about co-hosting.
I don't know why, but you were watching the Madness Comic Network. Are you mental?
In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's past protectors, the world will again learn, sometimes, superpowered intrigue doesn't stop at the grave. Galaxy Memorial Park, Volume 1, beginning crowdfunding Memorial Day 2025.
It's Flip City Magazine, The Parodies, Special Edition, with savage send-ups of The Walking Dead, Star Trek Picard, Stranger Things, The Mandalorian, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more from the first 4 years of Flip City. Get Flip City The Parodies free when you subscribe in print at flipcitymag.com. The world's best satire magazine, and never, ever woke.
Welcome to the Monday Madness.
What up?
What's going on?
Uh-huh. Double click.
Double clicking. You got it. I got it. We got it. Welcome to Monday Madness, Pops.
So welcome back, people. It's only a week, but welcome back to the madness.
Feels like it's been a week.
For those who didn't know or didn't know why or whatever, Brian likes to play trailers and little clips and stuff from the movies that he reviews on the Horror Movie Club. No big deal. It's not like he plays 10 minutes of the movie or anything. But I guess I think his intro has a really long clip of a kung fu fight in the Kung Fu Theater intro. And I think that's what got us flagged. Only it wasn't just a community warning because Brian got us one of those a long time ago. This time it was a strike and it cost us 7 days. Going forward, Brian's show will still be on his YouTube channel at his risk. It'll be on all our other platforms, all the other Madness platforms, because none of them shut us down.
The other six.
I mean, none of them shut us down or gave us any kind of warnings whatsoever. I'm even talking Facebook and Twitch. If it's okay on Facebook, it kind of got to be okay everywhere. I'm just saying, YouTube, Big Brother, a little less.
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
And with that, that's the update. We're back. That's all. I did play the replay of last night's 3 Beer Men earlier today. So you can, if you remember, you can go watch that. If you caught it live, you're lucky. See, because that show goes behind the member wall after the live viewing every week. So if you don't catch 3 Beer Men live, you got to be a member. You got to be a Madness member to catch that good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, we got a guy backstage right now that's about to bring us the second issue of good stuff, right?
How's it going, guys?
How's it going, Vaughn?
It's going well, man. It's going really well. Especially for a January campaign, I am very happy with how I'm doing and hoping I can keep the momentum going. It's been really solid so far, so I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
Well, I mean, look, I know you had a rough 24.
Oh yeah, but I also had a great 2024. It was a mixed bag.
Yeah, that's the thing about life. You got right. Okay,
it was a whole lot of life in 2024.
Yeah,
good and bad.
Definitely had it going on over there.
I hope that. Yeah, I didn't mean to come across like a pity post because I got my dream comic out. I just also life was like, hey, here's some. Oh, we gave you too much good.
This is called a roller coaster. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
This is called a roller coaster, and that is life. But there's also that sometimes you get content with where you're at.
Oh, and
you gotta relax for a minute, and then somebody hits you in the back of the head with a bat. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I'm not letting myself relax yet. I'm like,
yeah, don't do that, because you gotta be looking over your shoulder.
I've been getting good traction on my channel. I've been getting backer numbers, which means statistically something has to go horribly wrong soon. That's just how life works, right?
It's got to even out.
Let him at least fund first. Then we'll get his channel banned or something like that.
Yeah. But I mean,
set him in a new controversy.
We don't even expect stuff like that. Look, Brian's been doing his show on the network for like 2 years, right? It felt to me like somebody reported it. As opposed to, their algorithm would pick that show up every week and spit it out at us if it wasn't something specifically brought to their attention. That's the way I look at it. So you never know with the channel bans, man, especially YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. They slap you for the stupidest shit, all the time. So if it happens, just roll with it. Just keep doing what you do on your other platforms. And when the ban lifts, come back home and do what you do, I mean, that's what
always keep moving, right? That's how it always works.
all week we kept doing our shows to all the other platforms. We just couldn't do them on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to, right? It's kind of like, and it's one of the things you have to learn. Like, you take a lot of the lumps in, and you kind of learn that you have to. All right, you take your first hit, you're down for a bit, and then you gotta have to just go, all right, yeah, I gotta keep going. And that's really what it is. And once you kind of learn to just keep dealing with it, keeping the momentum going is good, which is why I was like, all right, fine. You guys get December off. They're like, oh, December's a bad month to launch. I'm like, all right, I can find them launching in January. They wait. January's even worse. I'm like, no, you guys got December. I'm not gonna put it off for 2 months. I have the colors are done. Now the letters are done. No.
It's ready to roll.
No, we're going, and you guys got to catch up. And you know what? That's a month of fun, and it's clearly, over 100 people were willing to back it. So that's something. And also, I added digital, which I wanted to do anyway, especially, I mean, because accessibility, but then it only my interest in digital only went further when I realized how much I've read digital, B, what they did this really cool thing in America where they're like, hey, let's raise the printing costs. So I'm like, well,
yeah,
that's fun.
I tried figuring out my order today. It was a little bit more expensive than the last time I tried figuring it out.
What, your printing order?
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yep. You're like,
I was like, it's a cheaper book. This time it's 24 pages. Surely, this will be easier. And it is a little bit. But not as much easier as I was hoping it would be, considering it's literally less than half of what issue 1 was. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Very cool. But, it is what it is. And I can't complain too much. I really can't. So that's been good. It's on Global Comics too. You could read the first 10 pages of issue 1. Okay, so it is on Global. It is on Indiegogo to sign up. But it is also, the campaign is running on Fund My Comic.
Good.
So if you want that link.
So we'll just get into that.
And then I'll also throw you the Global Comics link. My website, of course, right here. You can find all of it through my website, but you got my Global Comics link as well.
You grabbing it or am I?
Yeah, I'm pulling up the Fund My Comic. You can drop his links to his website, if you would.
Okay.
Because we got to have them links. How come they're not giving you top page billing over here at Fund My Comic? What's going on over there? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah.
Should be.
That's what I'm saying. It should be top page, top of the page.
Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, that I appreciate that. Doing these shows again is so important. I have a spreadsheet now of shows to get on.
You're that's one of my questions this week. It was there's been a lot of talk of the amount of people that do this like on a real lack of a better word here, timely basis, or just nonstop boom, 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 boom during their campaigns. And You're definitely one of them that I thought of. Like, what? I bet you Vaughn has a list.
I do. I have a spreadsheet of what is the latest I have. Some of them, they people aren't doing it as much, but I write everything I can. 77 shows right now. I'm not going to do all of them. I think there's a few I haven't even been on myself, but this week alone, I have, I don't have one tomorrow actually, but I have 2 on Wednesday, which means I'm going to work, more tomorrow. And then I have on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, wow.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be on your Friday. I'm gonna be on. How about we spread that out?
Yeah, that's listen, that was fun because that actually did me a favor because that would have been my 4th show on that Friday. I'm going on 3 different live shows on Friday.
Yeah, it's it's like it's all pretty much. If it's a Madness show, it's the same audience. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's somebody else's show on the network, then it's a different audience. Like Lori pulls a different audience tonight.
That's good though. That's
good. What I'm saying? That's the whole point of the network.
And that's why I've been doing shows different kinds of videos and stuff. And I was a huge fan of the latest Sonic movie, and I was started doing videos on it, and people are responding to them. But again, it's like the latest so I did like 7.9K, then 2K, then 1.7K, which is really good for me. And then the latest video got only 365K. So now I have two options. Either I could whine about that. That did do as well. Or I could just go, okay, next video idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and so that's kind of what it comes to. And it's been great, man. It's been really good.
My YouTube gets algorithm squashed every day. Levi knows.
I've been doing this for how long you been on YouTube, Pops? Let's compare.
I can post shorts and they'll skyrocket to 400 views.
Oh yeah, and then the next one. Ready? Look at. I'll read my last couple of shorts numbers. So
and just stop at 400 and you can have. I showed Levi my analytics. You see the thing just goes straight up and then it just flatlines.
You got hockey pucks.
It's crazy. All right, so ready? Here are the last 6 shorts. This is YouTube in a nutshell, isn't it? 1.6K, 410, 89, back up 204, 23, 10. What? There's like no consistency at all.
Ours is worse though. Check this out, because this one's funny. This is a roller coaster that tops out the same place. Okay, 500, 17, 25, 433, 439, 61, 22, 459, 445.
That's how it is.
Everything stops when we reach 400.
400 is generally where I tend to average, which is fine. But yeah,
I mean, you can tell though that they're shutting it off, because in 2 hours time it'll get 350 views, and then the next hour it will get none. And it's like, no, that thing was just starting to take off, and then it just gets shut off like completely. Like I say, I can show you the analytics where straight line going up like a rocket and then flat line straight across. There's no gradual rundown of through the next couple hours of less and less views. It just takes off and stops. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sonic. I haven't played Sonic in 28 years.
Nice.
The reason I know
Sonic
this
3 a few days ago for the first time.
Me and my wife used to play the first Sonic like religiously, and then she got pregnant, and the video games just made her sick every time she tried playing.
Oh man,
wasn't that like PS2 or something?
No, before that was Genesis.
Yeah, no, this would have been Genesis, because it had the slap down CD. Yeah.
Oh, it's CD. Wait, did you have the CD attachment?
No.
But
like instead of sliding it in like a DVD player, the top lid came down on the Sega Genesis. Wasn't that the Sega Genesis, or what am I thinking of?
I got to be honest. The Genesis was before my time. Literally, I was born in 1999. So
okay, well this would have been 1997.
Okay, so pre Vaughn Coleman.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been doing those videos on my YouTube channel, which is just my name, Vaughn Coleman, and they've been popping off, man. And it's funny, like, because there's a lot of crossover. But a lot of people go, if you do comics, you should only be doing comic content. It's like, I get it, but it's also that wouldn't be fun to me, and I just honestly do what I want, And it's and so people respond, but I kind of realize, well, the algorithm is gonna screw me over anyway. So it's like, might as well just have some fun with it.
Right.
It doesn't mean there aren't things you can do. But yeah.
So you had quite an adventure with your first campaign.
I would say so.
Did really well for, especially, your first time out here, but you locked into a wonderful circle.
Oh yeah,
of indie creators. You were out there talking to the big boys, and gleaning all the information you could from them, and obviously it paid off well.
Oh yeah.
But what was it like being brand new and rubbing shoulders with those kind of people?
Oh man, it's been great. It really has. It started from networking at cons. I was already friends with them. I'd been friends with like Billy Tucci long before, for example, I launched my first book. So back when I was still like writing it earlier on. And so he would tell me like, oh yeah, make sure you're ready. And obviously there's a certain point where you have to just pull the trigger and go. Yeah. Right. But man, it was great. It was so much work, but it was worth it. And I would say network with everyone, no matter how big, how small, and also someone who's big today may not be big tomorrow. So
True.
or you want to just kind of get on as many shows as you can. Is one of the key things, and also know that, like, for example, the people that were in my launch party first time, totally different lineup my second time. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I still did well. I did it on a different channel this time. I just did it on my own channel because I was like, you know what, I feel confident enough I could do it on my own channel. And people are like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I got it. And I did. And could I have possibly done more on another? But I was like, well, I'm going to go on some of those channels anyway. I want to pull them.
Yeah. I mean, look, once you're set up and you have a following, you start doing it and sending people right to your thing yourself, right?
Yeah.
And then you go on the other shows and you look for the other audiences.
Yeah, here's the thing. Again, with my spreadsheet, I have a bunch of these shows, but a lot of them I know aren't really doing anything right now. So I might have to remove some. But the point is, there are a bunch of shows. Some of them aren't even doing stuff anymore. Some are more popular, some are less popular, some are more frequent, some are less frequent, some are just popping up now. The only thing you can, and this is one of the things I kind of learning, is you can't control how anyone else acts or how anyone else backs. All you can control is you. And so you got to drive people to you. You obviously have to drive to other stuff, like, I'm here. It's great. This is part of my job, is networking. And another thing is, we live in an era where everyone craves instant gratification. Now, that doesn't go hand in hand with creating comic books. It really does not. It's one of the things I learned, because I was like, oh man, I love these, I could issue after issue after issue. It's great. Well, okay, yeah, I'm reading these in the 2020s, but these came out over years in the 70s and 80s with a whole production team and a major corporation back
every month, right on time.
But that wasn't because there was a writer, penciler, inker, color. It wasn't just because of that. It was also because they had a whole production team. I was learning all these things, and that's one of the things, is you have to prepare yourself to learn stuff you don't think you're going to care about. Like, what? Printing, what? Paper stock? What the hell is paper stock? I have to learn that. They send me like a folder, and I'm now like, part of my creative process is now, like, the other day I was going through trading cards, and now I'm feeling, ooh, I like this silky. And I'm like, when I was gonna write comics, I wasn't imagining just feeling paper and going, nice. Okay, this one I don't like as much. Maybe this. All right, I like this one the most. But you find yourself doing stuff that you weren't expecting, and sometimes you learn to enjoy it. Like I've liked making videos since before I started making comics. So it was fine. By the way, I've been on YouTube 11 years. You can find my squeaky voice.
Holy crap.
Old videos. So there we go. Not consistently. If I was consistent, I'd probably be doing some better. But my life took the turns it took. And so that's why you'll find different phases of me on my channel. But I never stuck through it fully. Even while I've been consistently streaming, it's changed what I'm doing. And I think I'm going to do more video game stuff, more just videos back to, I think. Yeah.
We got a lot of people doing different kind of gaming stuff in the madness too. I mean, they're making RPGs, they're doing all kinds of stuff. So I expect you guys to all branch. Comics is like, I don't want to say it's a stepping stone, because back in the day it was the mountain, but now you got animated.
Back in the day, well, that was, yeah. I would say step down, but the truth is I love comics, and that's the fact is, but the thing is, everything is related, and that's why I think doing just comic content isn't great. You want to bring people to it. You want to bring new people. Like, I was brought to comics through other mediums. That's the truth. I'd watch the Spider-Man movies on TV because where did you get comics growing up? The comic store. Why would I go to a comic store when I've never had a comic before?
See, but you're from a different era. They didn't have comic stores when I was a kid. You went to the supermarket and you pulled them off. The
I
spindle.
know that must have been
Yeah.
really cool.
Well, I
wouldn't
mean,
know.
it was cool, except for there was no way. Sometimes you found yourself going to 3 or 4 different stores to get all you needed for a story arc.
Oh man, yeah. See
You
that?
know what I mean?
That I could just Google reading. That's the good part about not having, like, not being crazy about current comics, is because people have had a while. You can read stuff that kind of like I have a reading order I follow for comics.
I totally agree though about going to the different conventions, because you never know where, if you go to an anime convention, a horror convention, you can stick out like a sore thumb, but you're obviously going to draw in those people that
Yeah,
are on
maybe
the
I'll do
fringes.
horror conventions and stuff.
What's that?
Maybe I'll do horror conventions and stuff. Yeah.
I've done 2. They weren't bad. One was pretty wild. The convention ended up getting kicked out of the hotel. I couldn't return the next year.
Why is that?
Oh, it was pretty wild. At one point in time, they closed down the bar in the lobby, and shoot, I can't remember. It was either the chick who played Lois. It wasn't the chick who played Lois Lane. It was one of those B movie actors. She ended up making a couple of big movies, so she was kind of like a tweener, like an A and a B actress. And she was passed out upstairs in the room, I'm guessing, and one of her, like what I would call like a handler, somebody she would bring along like a roadie.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up having to push him out of the elevator. Anyway,
Damn.
yeah, they had a green party on our floor. I woke up at 2 a.m. to some asshole just leaning up against my door because the entire hallway was full. Yeah, it was crazy, but they had Freddie and Jason there, and yeah,
All your favorites.
all the favorites.
I did one Monster Madness and I really liked it.
Hmm.
Those are fun. I'd love to do more of them, but right now I'm going to 2 small Jersey shows this year. Or this month, I should say, a few this year. But so that's been fun.
Well, which ones? One.
WildCon and Garden State Winterfest.
Cool.
There are a few small ones I might go to, but I wanted to try those and then see which other ones I could do.
It's like Dorian, his hotel caught fire.
Damn.
Okay, I got to go back to a comment that I just saw.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't see this when it happened, but Carrie, I appreciate you. I do this because people like you. Okay. Well, and these guys too, but you know what I mean? It's like, thank you. Vaughn.
Yeah.
Should we play this trailer or do you want to set it up?
Go ahead. You can play it. No, it's, what? It should be able to speak for itself, I think.
Okay, here we go.
I just want it to be like the Crusader Corps. Like my father. I thought with my new powers I could be. But I failed. I let everyone down. I got people hurt. I just wanted to make the world a better place. And instead I made things worse. But now I have the chance to make things right with the help of one of the Crusader Corps. The Phoenix section. And I will. I have to. Whatever it takes. I will find that spark again.
Hmm. Very cool.
Thank you.
I think you need to just take that one like right to animated movie.
Yeah.
I like the use. I like the use of the blurbs in the trailer.
Yeah.
You know,
I
you got a
decided
bunch of-
to. I got a lot of good feedback, and I was like, I'm putting this to use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would use the heck out of those anywhere and everywhere. Don't just put them on the back cover. Put them in the trailers.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. That was those are for reviews of issue 1. Yes, I did make the trailer. Same with the first one, made the trailer for the first book as well. But yeah, so the first issue was 68 pages, this one is 24 pages, and you could get them digitally. You could read the first 10 pages of issue you could see that link under there that's a Phenomenova issue 1 free preview. You could read the first 10 pages of issue 1 for free and on Global Comics. And if you like that, you can go ahead and you could buy a PDF right from there. I've actually sold 3 PDFs from there this week. So that's the thing about running this campaign. Part of why I wanted to do it is I was like, well, I have the book on my website. Part of me was like, maybe I should focus on that. And I'm like, the truth of the matter is, while I'm talking, you could buy issue 1 from my website. You could do the catch-up tier on my campaign. You could go there. Wherever you decide to go, all the options are here. I'm going to be on the train, promoting everywhere. So you have talent. Vaughn creators should hire you to make their trailer. The way you put it together really draws people into the story. Thank you. Well, I majored in filmmaking. So I've been making videos for a while. So I'm glad to know that it shines through. This trailer in particular, yeah, I'm very proud of. I think a lot of people, are really liking my stuff, and that's good.
This is one of the things that happens though. Like Max made a badass trailer for his comic book a couple years ago, and then everybody started asking Max to make trailers for him. Max was like, "I'll make trailers. I'll make comic books."
I'll make what pays the bills, man. I'll make what pays the bills.
Well, I mean,
he
has like 5 different titles in his Atrocity Press. So he doesn't really have a whole lot of time to be making trailers for people on the side, But, it's just funny because when you show talent at something, then people want some of that. I want some of that talent.
Mm-hmm. Well,
see what I'm saying?
I got some. Listen, right now, once I'm making 5 titles currently, then I might, but I'm not in a position where I can really turn down a lot of, especially if it's paid work.
Dude, look. There are a lot of people that need better trailers or need trailers, just need trailers, right?
Yeah, make a trailer. Make sure it's clear what's happening in the story in your trailer. There's a lot of stuff that will just show cool artwork, trailers like that. And I'm like, what's the story, dude? And that was one of the things I would struggle with is getting into it. So my story's Phenomenova is set 20 years after World War III, and we see our superhero in the first issue tries to strike out on his own and become a superhero, but it doesn't go well. So issue 2 is he's beginning his training under one of the veteran superheroes who fought during the war, and you also get to meet one of the members of the team Phenomenova in issue 2, but you'll get to see the full team in issue 3. So that's kind of where we're headed.
Okay. I have another question for you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if we talked about this or not. Can we do a fourth wall interview with one of your characters?
Of course. I was just wearing the sweatshirt. I have that sweatshirt, so why not?
Okay, cool. I'm just saying. I have to get some more of those shows done. People like those shows.
Yeah, let's set aside a time. Let's do something. I'm totally down.
Yeah. Basically, as long as I'm not live, I'm probably free.
Okay, cool. Works for me. Make something happen.
Carrie, I do not know. Max was on a couple weeks ago on a show here, but he missed a lot of time, so he's probably buried in work. So let's talk Phenomenova. In order to become a hero,
I could do Killer Karen too. I could take it. I could take the heat. I've already dealt with people who hate comic books. Listen,
I think the best way to go on Killer Karen is to come in with a shtick, like the Karen Hunter did.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, the Killer Karen show is just fun because it's not us. It's not us. It's our characters that we created in a game, you know, and the ultimate Karen is like not real good at interviewing comic people. The last show, she actually said, "I don't watch movies." You know, I mean, she hates everything on.
mm-hmm. Sounds good.
So, you know, you just have to come in like either let it run off your back, but it's better if you have something to hit her upside the head with, because otherwise she gets in a groove and you never get a word in.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She is really good at what she does, really good. And she learned where the mute button is, and she learned where the how to kick you out of the stream button is. So, you know, I mean, you got to get your shots in where you can when it comes to Karen. So,
all right.
I thought Kitty had a real good episode.
Say what?
I thought Kitty had a real good episode.
Kitty's was funny. Medina's was funny.
George, yeah, I love George. George is my letterer, so
yeah, George was hilarious. You know, Chris Brown was hilarious the first show. You know, because that was the one that set the stage for who Karen was going to be going forward, and he did a really good job. None of these shows are scripted. It's like we don't get with you ahead of time, Vaughn, and say you should say this so that we can say this and shit like that. It's like, you know, everything is reactionary off something somebody says. The whole show, it's all ad lib and reaction. So you get to have fun with it. You know, Dante is not light fingered. What are you talking about? You don't steal stuff. Why would you say that? No, Woody, the madness does not stop.
Never.
We are here with Vaughn Coleman. We are talking about Phenomenova #2, which is live right now on Fund My Comic, and the sign up on Kickstarter is out there as well.
Yes, Kickstarter, and you can find all of that through my website, Rebel Oasis Studios. You link off really to a lot of that.
No, he did not. He did not steal it, Carrie. It's right here. He did not. He did not steal it. Why are you making Dante into a thief? Be nice. Don't do that to my boy. Don't do that. And yes, and there's another show later tonight. I think we're the It's Freaking Figures show tonight. We'll have special guests, Munchkin size guests. It's going to be pretty cool. Dustin's kids are going to be out. I think Isaac might be out here showing off some WWE figures and stuff. It's madness. Actually, that would fit Dante more. What do we need security for? You guys get out my chat. We're trying to interview Vaughn Coleman. Vaughn.
Yes.
Dude, your variant covers.
Yeah.
Who's doing all these covers?
So we got the main artist team of the first one, including George did those letters. George did the layouts for all the logos on all of them. But the main one is, so it's the main art team, Philip Cruz and Jesse Hagee. Now, Jesse Hagee was the colorist for the first issue and the first cover. However, he wasn't able to do the interiors of this issue, so we just did that cover. So it's a different colorist in the interiors, but Jesse Hagee did color the cover. Then you have the second cover is done by Mel Ruby. So my first published work in comics was I was an editor on Hunter Ninja Bear, and the artist of that book was Mel Ruby. Now, Mel penciled, inked, and colored this cover. And I was like, I wanted to hire Mel to do a cover. I felt, especially with this ninja character in this issue being on the cover, I felt it was fitting. And I wanted to get my 4 main characters on the cover. And he just knocked it out of the park. He did amazing work. Love Mel, great guy, and he killed it. And I would love to work with him again. And it was great too. It kind of was like I came full circle on that. Hunter Ninja Bear, right here.
I remember that book. Actually.
Yeah, the Chuck Dixon book. Yeah, my first credit in comics. You could see right here. I was an editor on this book, so that was great.
Nice.
Oh, here we go. Now I made Carrie mad. It's justice for the chat.
Then, of course, we have the next one was done by my buddy Mariano Benitez Chapo, and the colors are done by Nick Capone, who has done a few things for me now. He did the day one, the colors. Nick Capone did the day one trading card. I'm also editing his book, but Nick is a colorist by trade, but he also does other art. But Nick did the colors of that, and he did both trading cards. So there was a if you backed day one, there was a trading card you could get, but now there's also another trading card.
A little more about Nick. Nick's a Kubert School graduate. Also done some work for Sonoma Publishing.
Yeah, Nick's great guy. Great guy.
Fun My Comic exclusive.
The Dawn.
Yeah. I decided the Dawn draws. I decided to make that one Fun My Comic exclusive. The Dawn Edwards one.
Nice.
Very cool.
Oh yeah. Then we got the back cover. So that we had a black and white or a grayscale back cover. It was an homage to Bloodstrike #1 that my buddy Bobby did. And so I was like, it worked this time. Bobby, why don't you come with another back cover? And I was like, we did it. It was going to be black and white. And then he goes, you know what? Hold on. Let's do grayscale. And he made it grayscale. And he really liked it. He wanted to do a more reflective piece. So there we go.
Unicorn in my kitchen. Here we go. No. Some page art.
Yeah, so those are some of the interiors. I wanted to show all the major characters for the issue. So you've got the detectives and Estrella, who is a member of Phenomenova. Then you've got Hotline, who is she is the tech support character. And then you've got the Phoenix Senshi, who is training them. And he's got his training uniform. So in the first issue, he had like a homemade makeshift costume. And this one, he has his training uniform, but he still doesn't have his final costume yet. So his training uniform, kind of like how the New Mutants had their training uniforms. The X-Men started off with their training uniforms. This is the generic Phenomenova uniform that he's got on in this issue.
Nice. That's a nice little touch.
Yeah. Well, again, I always learned from the comics that inspired me and the masters that came before me. And I felt my character, okay, he's been through one issue. He got his ass handed to him. He doesn't get to be a hero yet. Now he has to get his ass handed to him again, but learn what he did wrong. I want it to be a journey. And Phenomenova is going to be the name of the team he's going to be joining, which, again, you meet one member of it in this issue. And then the team will be introduced in issue 3.
That's a heck of a lineup you got there, bud.
Yeah. I might scale that. Well, I was gonna say I might with issue 2, but 3, but just because I've said that before. So that doesn't even include the trading card artists. So like my buddy Zach Marois did the day one trading card, and then Dan Dahl did the trading card, which if you back the campaign, you get a Dan Dahl trading card
Nice.
if it funds. Which seems likely. We are almost 75% there. So we got 100. We're at 101 backers, and we're like $60, I think, away from 3,000 raised, which is great.
I had a bunch of background noise. Oh, okay. Well, damn, kids are going crazy up there.
Kids are home. So fan art contest.
Yes. Levi, take over. I'll scroll as we go.
Gotcha. So what are the rules for the fan art contest? Depiction of a couple of the characters.
Yeah, any character. At first, that was going to be like specific to Phenomenova issue 2, but then I was like, hold on, you guys just got one. There's probably people that are excited to draw stuff from the first book that they just got. So I'm like, yeah, you could draw anyone from issue 1, issue 2, whatever you decide to draw. Keep it, within
Right.
Phenomenova, and keep the designs pay attention to the way the characters look, and you can have fun with it. And so far, we've got not that many submissions, but I also haven't really been advertising this as much as I should be. So, but
No
yeah,
Unity, no AI.
no AI.
Very cool.
So, again, get on that, guys.
And what does the the fan art contest? What does the winner get? Does he get a place in the book, or
They get a place in the book as well as a free copy of the main cover.
nice?
So they get in the back of issue 2.
Okay.
So yeah, you need to take that image right there and you need to put it on Twitter.
Yeah, I will do that again.
You know, because I hadn't seen it. If I had, I'd, you know me, I hit the retweet button. I'm not scared.
I ain't scared.
I mean, I see so many tweets that nobody ever even touches the retweet button. You know, it's like how you expect to extend somebody's reach if you don't click the button, man. The button, it's there for a reason.
I'm literally typing this up right now because Pops told me, and you know what? Pops is right. There we go.
There.
There.
And Carrie Omer has been on Monday Madness. Go back and look. He's about a month ago. It's not too far back.
I think she's talking about he should be on he should do the fan art contest. I think that's what she's saying.
Oh shoot, that would make sense. I'm sorry, my bad.
And yes, thank you. Pill.net. They're out there on Twitter right now telling everybody that we're on Pilled as well. You see what I'm saying? It's a big old giant circle. You got to be part of it, people. Hit the retweet, hit the share, always hit those buttons.
Now, I want to remind people, if you're a writer or an artist in the audience, also, if you go to my website, you can find the submission form. There's a book Ali Sanguis and I are doing, and you could submit short stories for a horror anthology book that we are doing.
Hi, Allie, if you're watching. What's up? I ain't talked to Allie in a while. She's part of the madness. She is. She's in the Facebook group. You can find her.
So Carrie's asking, is issue 1 ready to be mailed out to backers?
Issue 1, yes. You could buy issue 1 on my website. So that one's already ready to go. And then, or of course, you could do the catch-up tier if you'd rather pay less for shipping, have them both arrive at once. Or you could order issue 1 now, back for issue 2, whatever you decide. The options are there. Take the ones you want. But yeah, issue 1 you can get on my website now.
Gotcha. Now, do you plan on waiting until the Kickstarter campaign is over? So you're doing Fund My Comic, Instagram, and
Indiegogo,
and
Kickstarter, yeah.
So do you plan on fulfilling once all 3 of those campaigns are done, or individually?
Yeah. No, I'm not individually, because I want to move to issue 3. So I'm planning on launching my Kickstarter campaign in February. Is my plan.
Okay.
That is my plan. So
how long do you usually run your campaigns for?
We usually run my campaigns for about a month, but this one I'm doing 60 days because I launch in January. But it looks like I could have done it in 30 days, I suppose. But
right.
But yeah.
Okay.
This way, there's no pressure, though.
Yeah.
You just
I'm gonna apply pressure anyway. But yeah.
You get your work done. You don't have to do 4 shows a day.
And I'm that hasn't stopped me.
You got 60 days to work with. You can do a show or 2 a day.
Yeah, I'm doing 3 this Friday because that's me. But yeah, don't have to. That hasn't stopped me.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Giving yourself 60 days gives you time to promote, and once the work's done, promotion is really the most important part of what you're doing. Is getting it seen.
And like I said, this thing is basically ready to go. And the better this funds, like the 20K goal is basically, and it would be across all the campaigns if we raise 20K. That goal would basically be you get all the issue 3 covers revealed, which means essentially I'm saying we're working on the book, because that means that's also paying for, the issue 3 covers, which basically is me saying, yeah, that shit's coming, guys. So, but that, you got to make sure that we get to that point. We have to get to there's a 10K goal, there's a 15K goal, but we have to get to the 4K goal first.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and updates are very important.
Very.
Yeah. Don't leave people hanging.
Yeah.
It
It'd be nice if people
looks
were getting their emails too.
It definitely looks like you're doing pretty good. And we already know anybody who got the first book already has some idea what's coming,
Yeah.
Now we got some tiers. We got tiers. We got sold out tiers too. We got sold out.
That was the trading card, yeah, for day 1.
So the producer tier.
Yeah, that one. If anyone is crazy enough to back it, that's $1,000. I recommend everyone make it $500 and $1,000 tier. Don't expect anyone to get them. I was lucky my first campaign. I got people in both those tiers, but don't expect it. Just make it what's the case, and give them a shitload of copies, and that way, because they're gonna hold that many copies and be like, shit, I don't need all this. Then they're giving away your copies of your book, dude. That's so good.
Unless your book's really good, they're selling them on eBay.
I don't give a shit. I already got the $1,000.
$1,000.
You know what I mean? Like, I got the $1,000. You can wipe your ass with them. I don't care.
Well, see, it's really cool when for an indie
You put them in a
creator,
time capsule. I don't give a shit what you do with them. You gave me money.
It's really cool though for an indie creator, right? If a book blows up, all that. Well, I mean, if it blows up value wise, and you've been over here going, man, I'm making these for like $2 a piece.
Yeah.
Now you can start eBaying them motherfuckers too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was $263 today when I checked, Pops.
What?
The price for printing was $263 today.
$263, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
So then we have a $500 VIP tier.
Yeah.
Which is half of the producer tier.
Yeah.
With no producer credit.
No, you just get your name in the credits, but it's
So
not
you
as
need
a producer.
Executive producer and producer.
No, there's just one producer.
Because then you can give out 2 or 3 of this one. See, they're just regular producers. This guy's the executive.
Listen. Once I start getting that many people going to throw wads of hundreds at me, then we're talking. But
see, if you don't put it out there like you expect it, why would anybody do it? Put it out there like you own it, man. Own that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forget that part of it too, man. People are looking at you, right? Yeah. And they're like, how excited are you about this book? How invested are you in it? Do you feel it? See, now we look at people, you feel it. We know it. Everybody knows. You're very emotional about what you built, very happy with it. And it comes out in your persona when you're talking about it,
Yeah. I mean, I love what I'm doing here, and I want to keep doing it over and over and over and over again,
So then you got 2 of everything right here.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of every issue 2 cover.
Mm-hmm.
And the catch-ups and all this. Yes. This is the one where you get everything, people, and you go back to issue 1 and you get everything you need. Be caught up.
Well, that's 2 copies of issue 2, 3 copies of issue 2. There's I gave you all the options. You can get all the covers of issue. There's 4 copies of issue 2, and then there's just issue 1. So, the variant covers. Too late if you missed them. What can you do?
No, what can you do? $40, all 4 covers right there.
Yeah.
For issue 2.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, Vaughn. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a good looking campaign.
There is a digital tier. You can get 1 and 2 for $10.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 right here for $5. But looking good. Let's get this thing over $3,000, people. And move forward. Because what did you say the first stretch goal is for? $4,000.
Yeah, the first stretch goal. Well, no, the main goal is 4K. The first stretch goal is 10K.
Okay. So let's get it to the funding goal,
Mhm.
$4,000, and then move forward from there. Levi, what do you got for this man? What do you got? I know you got
77 podcasts in your file. That is a ton. So how many have you hit up so far?
I'm gonna hit up in my my spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Well, I keep continually adding. So there's people I haven't hit up yet. A lot of them.
That
There's a couple I haven't hit up yet.
That spreadsheet that's it's a valuable asset. It's something that I've seen other people share, like their comic book maker calculators and stuff like that. That it's a good asset if you're willing to share it for the people. You know, and I'm not sure why the podcasters have a problem with it, but yeah. So sophomore campaign, kind of sort of, right? Sophomore book, right?
Yeah. I guess that's how I would say. Yeah, I guess it's a sophomore. If it's the second one, yeah.
Is there anything you learned from the first one?
Oh God, yeah.
Right?
I mean, I learned about all kinds of printing costs. I learned that I don't maybe need 1 million mini prints. And maybe that kind of takes a lot out of you. I learned that ultimately, if people want the book, they want the book. You want to sell enthusiasm. I learned that a lot of what I did the first time around worked. You know, I learned that you want to, yeah, obviously people are going to donate, but you want people to be hooked on the story. And
Right.
I learned that I was able to do that. I learned what some of my strengths are, things I can improve on. The book was basically ready to go after the first one. So, and then hopefully 3 will be faster turnaround time. So,
Gotcha.
you know, that's what I'm hoping for. And yeah.
It looks to me like it's the like you were saying earlier, the New Mutants training in the danger room, or the scene in the Matrix where he's learning kung fu.
It's kind of what we're going for with issue 2.
So that is okay. So like a training day.
Yeah, like a training day. It's kind of like diving into his past, her past, as well as just some training. He's learning some of his powers. You know, one of the main themes of this issue is sometimes you need to slow down to speed up. He went too fast in issue 1 without really thinking it through. He kind of just acted. And now he's okay, you tried it your way. It didn't work. Let's analyze what went wrong. Let's set things right. Is kind of what we're doing. And so this is a very human issue amidst all the super heroism. And it's kind of the calm before the storm. And issue 3 is going to be a big storm. Issue 3 is where we're going to have a lot of action. And we're going to learn more. We learned more about what happened at the reactor in this issue because we saw bits of it in issue 1, and we're going to learn more about it. We're going to learn more about the villains and the greater workings of the world and more of the heroes in issue 3. But in this one, we learn a bit more that we kind of saw some of the consequences he faced in issue 1, but we see that there were things that reached further. And he's going to be like, man, like you're going to think, oh man, he suffered enough. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He's got some more suffering to do. He's got some more development to go through. I want him to really, really earn the right to be a hero, you know, through trial by fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
very cool. And we got 101 backers, 60 away from 3, 57 days to go. Pops must have a huge herd going over his head.
Yeah, it took a minute.
Yeah.
I do have to try and prepare for a special show at 7 o'clock, though. So, Vaughn, this one I like to ask everybody before they leave. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about that you did not get a chance to talk about, or that I may have overlooked or anything? Because I don't ever want people leaving going, man, I didn't get to talk about this, or I forgot that, or So take a moment, and the podium is yours, my friend.
I don't think so. I really shilled. I did a good job shilling this stream. I'm kind of impressed with it. I shilled my art contest. I shilled my other project I'm working on. You can join my mailing list on my website, rebeloasisstudios.com. You subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Let's see. I think I've grifted. Well, I'm trying to think. No, I think I really covered a lot of what I had to do. I mean, I would say again, the faster this funds, the better this funds, the faster we can get into it. And if you want to get just digital copies, that's your way. Whatever you guys decide to go with, we got options, baby. So share it. And also, I would say if you back the book, if you could share it on socials, it's always a big help. It's always a big help. Like you might think, what, I barely have any. It doesn't matter. You never know. You might get one person who goes, oh, I was thinking of getting that. There you go. Thank you for that reminder.
Yeah, not only is it a reminder to people, but some people on your friends list may not have any idea who Vaughn Coleman is or what he does.
And then their life will be changed. Wow. Imagine how shitty your life was before you knew who I was and how much better it is now. See?
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
See?
What's up, Grey Wolf? It's happening.
What's going on, Grey Wolf? Man. Yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. If I were to compare this issue, I would compare it to a few issues. Let's get to the nerds out there. Well, I'd compare it to a few things. There's that Demon Slayer episode where he's trying to slice the rock in half, where he has to hold up and focus on that. There's that. If I were to compare it to like training issues, because normally I would train, like you said, the Danger Room stuff in X-Men is great. I would honestly say Life Death is kind of an apt comparison where it's kind of a character journey within a superhero comic, where she's kind of digging down deep, and there's like a couple of things I pull from, like a lot of stuff, even maybe subconsciously. There's some stuff I pull from personal stuff from real life. My goal is ultimately let's get you to care about this one character and the others. We're building up. I'm earning your trust. And then next one, and then next one, and then we'll kind of explode into things. But yeah, if you like a personal superhero story mixed with some cool action, that's I think what Phenomenova is. I think what people liked most about issue 1, they felt it was heartfelt and that it had good dialogue. Mike Barron said I had good dialogue, which you
can't get much of a better endorsement.
I didn't pay him to say that, guys. Just letting you know. He basically told me your book is good. I said, can I get a quote from you then? He's like, sure. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, Mike's a good dude, man. Real good dude. Mike. All right. So, feeling that you've covered it all, I'm going to go ahead and let Levi take this out of here. Vaughn, make sure you let everybody know one more time where you like to be contacted, and B, where your stuff can be found.
So you can contact me through Twitter, through Instagram, through Facebook, through even my email address, which is Vaughn Coleman at RebelOasisStudios.com. Whatever is the best for you, I'm happy to kind of work. Yeah, contact me however you want. Yeah, I'm everywhere. Find me wherever you can.
There you
also,
go.
I see we're on Twitch. I am V-Man Rocks on Twitch.
There you go. See, he's everywhere.
People. Everywhere.
We are also on Rumble. We're on Pilled. I want to say thank you for the people that tuned in over there. We got people on the Critical Blast page. Thank you to them people watching over there. And it's wonderful again to
fulfillment.
So, yeah, we're on YouTube again, guys. We're on YouTube again. Holy crap. Hey, what can I tell you? We're not going anywhere. We might be on a different platform, but we ain't going anywhere. So, you can find us. Yes.
Well,
Levi, do the thing.
Speaking of Mike Barron,
when a series of shipping disasters points to a mysterious sea monster. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson leave the comfort of Baker Street and board a freighter where they encounter unexpected betrayal and come face to face with the enigmatic Captain Nemo and his submarine, the Nautilus. As they delve deeper into the case, they uncover a conspiracy involving a Russian Tsar with an airship that rains destruction on unsuspecting cities. With time running out and the world on the brink of war, the heroes must use all their skills and resources to stop a massive conspiracy and prevent global conflict. From Eisner-winning writer Mike Barron and illustrator Richard Bonk, dive into the depths of adventure and unravel the mysteries of the sea with the world's greatest detective in Leviathan. Order now at baroncomics.com.
Tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Oh! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic.